Hello friends, welcome back to Mindful Finance. Today we are going to bust one of the biggest myths in personal finance, which is the magic of compound interest. You have heard it 100 times, right? Start early, save regularly, and wait, you will be rich one day. You will become a next Warren Buffett, right? That is how it's been projected, and even Warren Buffett is shown as the perfect example of this. But is that the full picture? Let's dive deeper. This is Sundar, and you're watching Mindful Finance. Okay, let's slow down and understand what's missing over here. Especially if you are an Indian investor just starting out with zero or say 5,000 or 1,000 rupees per month, right? That's how it's been. Everybody were asked to start, and our textbook gives us this formula, which is P, which is principal, the money you invest, rate of return, which is R, and the return you earn annually, time, how long you stay invested. We call this in a simple term PNR formula, right? It sounds beautiful, but in the real words, imagine like this: a person A invest rupees 10,000, person B invest 10 lakhs, and both of them getting 10% return. And the results, what happens? Person A comes out with 1,000 rupee and person B comes out with 1 lakh. Same return rate, but wildly different result. Why? Because compound interest is not a great equalizer. Like it's just a great amplifier. It multiplies what you already have. If you start with more, you earn more. And let's understand the harsh truth in Indian life. Most financial books shows smooth graphs. Start at 25, invest 5,000 rupees per month, and retire at 60 with 5 crores in hand. But life is not a graph. In real life, what happens? Sudden job loss, one medical emergency, and sometimes passing your income, or some maternity break, or even just bad timing in the stock market. All this can force you to break your PPF, stop your SIPs, or sell at a loss, and that breaks the compounding cycle. As Morgan Housel wrote in The Psychology of Money, good investing is not necessarily about making good decisions. It's about consistently not screwing up. In India, we don't always get a clean 40-year investing runway. So consistency itself a big luxury. Then what about losses? Here's something most people don't calculate. If your investment drops 50%, you need 100% to gain the break even. That's not theory. It's happened. Small cap stocks during market crashes, real estate projects that got delayed, crypto investments where people rushed into after watching viral videos. Losses are real and they hit faster than gains. But what did Warren Buffett actually do? Everyone says Buffett is the poster boy of compound interest. But let's rewind and really look at his life. By age 32, Buffett had already made $1 million. That's over 75 crore rupees today. He didn't do it by saving 100 rupees a month. He started a partnership fund at 26, collected money from friends and family, invested it on their behalf, and took a share of the profits. Bought a dying textile company and made it a shell company called Berkshire Hathaway. Used that to buy an insurance company and tap into the float, which is premium money he could invest. As Allied Cruider writes in the Snowball, Buffett started with just $100. Which is his own money, but raised $105,000 from others. That's leverage. It's not a coffee saving, right? This float gave him constant investable capital, even when his investments were down. So when we say Buffett is rich due to compounding, it's only partially true. He made his first fortune by managing capital. Compounding helped him grow from rich to richer. And people say, I want a stock, so I want a business. Is that true? Let's be honest. You'll hear this. Buy one share of Apple. You are now a business owner. Legally, it's yes, but just think in practical way. When Buffett buys 5% of Apple, he meets the CEO. He influences strategy. He gets inside access. When you buy 2 shares of Apple, what are you going to get? No meetings, no votes that count. This voting might be there, but who's going to care of the votes? And no control. So no, we are not business owners in the true sense. We are just investors. As Philip Fisher wrote in Common Stocks and Uncommon Profits, the stock market is filled with individuals who know the price of everything but the value of nothing. It's a powerful quote. Daily we watch market to understand the price, but not the value. So let's not fool ourselves. A better way to say it, I'm betting on Apple's future, not running Apple's future. So what should Indians or young Indians really focus on? To build your income engine, because more capital is equal to faster compounding. The second step you have to do is invest wisely. Don't rely on just SIPs. SIP is good, but don't just rely on SIP. SIP gives you a discipline, because the reason is, what you need to understand is, investment is not a shortcut, and create a cash flow system like a freelancing, side hustle, some business, some rental income, something else, and let compounding grow your gains, because only when you have something to compound. So, like Robert Kiyosaki says in Rich Dad and Poor Dad, the rich don't work for money, they make money work for them. Compound interest is a reward and not a strategy. You have to understand this first. So, let's rewrite this famous quote: compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. No, compound interest is the reward you get for doing everything else right. Because if you don't earn, you can't invest. If you don't survive tough years, compounding breaks. If you don't have capital, 10% of zero is still zero. So don't just dream of long-term wealth. First, build something worth compounding. So Warren Buffett didn't become rich by saving rupees 500 per month. He built an income system, used leverage, and controlled capital. That's how wealth starts. How many of you know about how Warren Buffett really built his wealth? Try to understand that. Once you have that engine running, compound interest can take you further. Until then, don't pour fuel into an empty tank. Build your engine first, which will build you. And if this changed how you think about compounding, like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to leave a simple thanks note. And this is Mindful Sundar, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.